My name is Cassia Webb. I own Second Avenue Farms, where we sell everything from our field to your family. We sell pasture-raised beef, pork, and eggs, along with seasonal vegetables. Our phone number is 970-939-6445. Once again, our phone number is 970-939-6445. And our website is secondavenuefarms.com.
Wow. So excited. Cassie Webb joining us. This is something where I know at this station we know what's in the food supply, and we know going to Kroger, going to Walmart, you are not getting the food that is going to keep your family healthy. Second Avenue Farms. And you guys, Cassie, from the you got beef, pork, eggs, seasonal vegetables. You're basically talking farm to table here.
100% farm to table. Yes, everything we grow from birth or from seed to directly to your table is what we do.
And how did you guys get started farming? How long have you guys been doing this?
So my husband is a third generation farmer on the farm ground that he's on. I like to say that my husband has farming in his DNA. He has always farmed. He loves farming. He comes from a very, very rich farming family. It goes back as far as we can trace it. So he's always has been a farmer. I had a career in healthcare for 15 years, and after several years of doing that and just seeing the changes that came through healthcare, and it started to become more about profit instead of people, and looking at how a lot of health conditions could be fixed, that could be managed just by changing your diet, changing your lifestyle just a little bit, and by the food that we put into our body, how toxic it is to us. Having access to that within our community would open up a lot of avenues for people to be healthier. So me and my husband decided it was time for me to leave healthcare and really focus on helping people in the community have access to good food. So 2023, May, I put in my 2 weeks notice at my job and literally quit my job, ended it Friday. Saturday, I started working in the field alongside my husband, created the LLC, and we've been boots on the ground ever since.
Wow, just a fantastic story. And tell us about how we go about. How do people? I mean, do they come right to the farm, or do you guys have things where they order on the website? I mean, how does it work? Can they have a relationship with you and your husband, so they know exactly what they're going to be getting?
Yes, we 100% believe that you should have a relationship with your farmer. We need to have that trust established between, you're putting your trust in me when you are buying food from me, that I am selling you the product that I'm selling, or telling you I'm selling, right? So you can order via my phone, text message, or phone calls, how most people do it, or we have our website, secondavenuefarms.com. People can order directly through the website. I have various drop locations around the community. So I'm Mondays, I'm over in West Greeley in the afternoon for people to meet me there. Tuesdays, I'm in Milliken and Johnstown and just drop off various places there. Every other Monday, I'm in Loveland. Thursdays is my Windsor drop. Wednesday mornings, I'm also in West Greeley, Eaton. And then if there's not a scheduled drop location, people can just text me and we can set that drop up one-on-one. You can also pick up at our house. We are commuter farmers, so we live in town in LaSalle and then drive 10 miles out to the family farm every day, because when we got married and bought a house, obviously I had a career and we didn't need to live on the farm because we weren't ever planning on me working and having a business on the farm. So we do meet people there in LaSalle too at our home.
Wow. So basically, you've taken away all the excuses for people, right? Oh, it's an inconvenience. It's this or it's that. We'll meet you where you need to be met, and be able to provide you with actual nutritious food. Now, do you guys operate year round?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, except for the vegetables, obviously, because growing in Colorado is not quite conducive to vegetable growing year round. So we start all of our heirloom seeds in the greenhouse that we put up 2 years ago in February. And then we start getting vegetables right around the June, July, August. This year we actually had vegetables all the way until the end of October because our frost was so late, which was really nice for a lot of people to have access to fresh vegetables.
Wow, that is incredible. And so anybody out there that is looking at getting started with this, and I know there's a huge demand for all of this. Second, so the number 2 ND, so the second Avenue.
So it's 2ND. And then the word
Yep.
avenue, farms.com, it would be the website.
Yep.
And then my phone number, we have a separate, 100% separate business line. So 970-939-6445 is our phone number. Text, call, email, smoke signal, pretty much any way you want to get in touch with me, I will respond to.
I like the smoke signal part. So but again, this is a huge, I think, new trend that I hope we can help facilitate where the local farmers, because as we know, everything costs a fortune. If you're doing the traditional farming route, I hear from all these farmers, I can't make money on my corn, I can't make money on my soybean, I can't make money on my wheat. Obviously ranching maybe a little different right now. Cattle market's kind of hot, but they've stopped making the quality. They're like, well, I don't need to have quality. I'll just, throw whatever, get them as fat as I can, as fast as I can, and sell them. This is something very unique because it allows you guys, our local farmer, to produce really good quality food. And by taking out the middlemen, by taking out the suppliers, by taking out the grocery store chain, you're going to get superior quality food, but for pretty close to the same price you're getting at the grocery store, and yet you guys are able to thrive.
Yes, correct. So we are really trying to keep stuff as reasonable as possible. I tell a lot of people, we are families trying to feed other families. So we do try to keep our prices. And yes, not having the middleman, not having to go through the grocery store and the supply chain and everything else really helps. And then we also grow all of our own feed and make all of our own feed. Mainly, being in healthcare, I became quite a bit of a control freak. I really like to know 100% what's going into everything that I'm putting in my body. So if it's not something I'm going to put in my body, it's not going to go into their bodies either, as far as like our meat goes. So no herbicides, no pesticides, no insecticides, no GMOs, no steroids, no hormones. There's a new chemical out that they are actually injecting the cows in the corporate feedlots that will make the ribeye bigger. So they inject the cow and then they have to harvest within a certain amount of time just to help increase the size of that ribeye, because that's your premium cut of steak. Obviously, we're not doing any of that stuff. We're keeping it as natural as possible. Yes.
Sounds like what they did to chickens for years to get the breasts bigger, to where the chickens can't even walk.
Yep, that's exactly what they're trying.
Webb, and what a great week this has been with our small businesses. I couldn't be happier. We had it started with the hail repair guy, right? Then we had our former military vet cop that's going to help you beautify your yard. And then yesterday we had Sierra, right, helping you heal the body. And then today with Cassie, are you kidding me? Right now, here it is, farm to table. This is what we've all been begging for this, right? We wanted the easy button, Cassie. We've been looking for the easy button. We all know the food we're getting at the store is absolute dog crap. But it's hard. It's hard to find the local farmer, and we needed this easy button. The community needed the easy button, and it sounds like this is great for you and your husband to think outside the box. I think the timing of this is really perfect because already, let's face it, even the crappy food is really, really expensive. So might as well, if it's going to, might as well get the best quality food possible and keep all of this money local. This is just, I think it's just wonderful. Do you do tours? Like, can people come out to the farm and, I don't know, walk around and pet the cow and chase the chickens? I mean, what do you offer here?
So eventually we do want to get to that. Right now, my husband's parents are the ones that own the farm. So we are leasing the ground from them. And they have requested no farm tours just yet. So we're still trying to navigate that a little bit to make sure that the legality is set to go for that. Because we would love to do that, to open it up, to do like a yearly event where we have a pumpkin patch and have people come do a farm tour, get a pumpkin, just kind of see what we're about, see the operation at the ground level, and really understand kind of the day-to-day operations. I do a lot on social media, Facebook, Instagram, to try and give people a good view of behind-the-scenes stuff. We do a lot of posts and lives and stuff like that to kind of give people the view of the farm without actually being there, just because of that, dynamic there that we have. We're still trying to work through it. Working with family is amazing, but there's also dynamics there that have to be navigated respectfully.
Yeah, so basically what I heard you say is coming soon.
Coming soon.
That's what I heard.
Yes.
Coming soon. But again, Cassie, give me an idea of like the vegetables, the seasonal vegetables that I don't know. I know it's winter now, but what do you anticipate coming for spring, and what do you normally have?
Everything actually. So the market garden that I manage during the summertime is a 1/4 acre. So we have, last year I grew 50 different varieties, heirloom varieties of tomatoes. I grew 30 different heirloom varieties of sweet peppers. I had 6 different varieties of melons, 7 different varieties of watermelons, hot peppers. I think I had about 35 to 40 different varieties of hot peppers. So we just have this wide range of peppers and tomatoes, melons, cucumbers. I did tomatillos, eggplants, just anything that can possibly grow in Colorado, I'm trying to grow it. Lettuce. Yeah. Lettuce doesn't really grow super great for me. I'm still trying to figure that one out. Cabbage, I had great success with last year. So cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, all of that stuff. And we grow it all from start. So I start everything in the greenhouse. I'll be starting right around mid-February is when I'll be starting like the peppers and the tomatoes and stuff. And
you have any trees on the property? Have you ever considered honey?
Oh, honey. I want to do honey so bad. Beehives are a lot of work that first year. And so my old co-worker
with her now, tell her, hey, this is what we want, this is where I live, get it all pre-set up so she can plan accordingly, so she can have exactly what it is that you want. Cassie Webb, 2nd Avenue Farms. So if you want to go to the website, second, so the number 2 and then ND, 2nd Avenue Farms with an S, farms.com, or, which I think this is the best way, right? Just call or text her, 970-939-6445, and just say, hey, I heard you on KHNC, I heard you on the radio, and she can answer all of your questions, and maybe you have some particular things you're really hoping that they may have or whatnot, reach out to her now, so when planting season comes around, they're ready to go. And then, of course, Cassie, I'd love to talk to you about the beef and the pork as well.
Yeah, really quick, we're going to hit this break. For people that join late, how do they actually get the food? Do they come to you? Do they have it shipped to them? How does that work?
So I usually do meetups, drops is what I call them, meat drops. So I have various locations through West Greeley, Eaton, Windsor, Milliken, Johnstown, Loveland, and LaSalle. And if there's not something listed on my website that's a regular scheduled drop, then we can just text the person individually or set up over a phone call. I say I'm a farmer at your fingertips. So set up something that works with their schedule as well as mine, and we just meet somewhere and you get your meat.
Hey, Cassie Webb, 2nd Avenue Farms, farm to table. We've been dying for it. We've been talking about it on this radio station for years, and it's here.
Here it is.
The easy button is here with 2nd Avenue Farms. No worries. She'll come. She'll meet you. She'll make it easy. She'll do everything possible to do it. Regarding your beef, do you guys sell packaged cuts?
Yes, so we do both.
Half quarter beef.
So we do both. We do both the cuts for the pork and the beef, and then we do the bulks like the quarters, halves, and wholes for beef and pork as well. So even if you buy just 1 pound of ground beef, you can buy that. There is no minimum order. You just want to try it. A lot of people will get a couple pounds of ground beef before they commit to a whole or a half, if that's what they want to do. We do about 3 to 4 harvests a month. Is kind of what we're at right now. And then we also have, a little bit of stock in our freezers as well. So anytime anybody wants to order, they just send me a text message or order through the website.
And how much a pound of ground beef?
$6.25. $6.25 for our grain finished ground beef, which is cheaper than the grocery store right now. And it all comes from the same cow, including the fat that is mixed into that beef. So it's a lot cleaner than what you're going to get at the grocery store. And we also have 100% green grass finished.
I know McDonald's about 25 years ago had 100 cattle in every bite of burger that you have, and I think it's increased in the last 2 decades. So when you have a McDonald's hamburger, there's like 200 cows in that bite.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. Like the fat that they mix in just goes into a massive vat that they just mix in.
Okay, then how many head of cattle do you guys have out there?
So my husband has about 45 head. So we have half of our herd that will calve in the spring, summertime, so June, July, and then the other half of his herd will calve out in like February time, so that way we can have multiple harvests throughout the year.
And then a texter was wondering, are you guys considering maybe getting into fermented foods like kimchi or sauerkraut or things of that nature?
I love fermented food, and I would think that would be an amazing thing to get into. Unfortunately, just like with the bees, my time is limited. I am also a full-time mom along with a business owner. And
this is why I asked on the last segment, if you have the ability with however your profits are, if you can outsource some of the highest quality stuff, that way you can be more inclusive. Like, I know a bread guy, and it's just the ancient grain wheat, salt, and water. There's no yeast. It's cooked as if when Jesus was eating bread. So I mean, if you can ever outsource stuff like that, then you'll be another leg up.
Yeah.
Dylan had a comment.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I was getting my meat from another producer that used to advertise on the station until they just couldn't keep up, and I don't know if they're going out of business. It's been years, but the meat we've been getting at the grocery store, you put it on the pan, you turn the heat on, and all of a sudden half a pound of water comes out of your pound of ground beef and evaporates in the pan, and there's red dye in it and all kinds of stuff.
You buy it by the pound, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, you put a burger on it, and it's the size of your fist, and by the time you pull it out, it's the size of your thumb. Of all the stuff they put in it.
And the smell of it while it's cooking, it doesn't smell right. It doesn't smell right.
Yeah. So there you go. Well, Joe?
Cassie, first of all, really excited for you, and what a great idea you and your husband came up with. I think the support for you guys will be overwhelming.
970-939-6445, right, Joe?
That's it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Cassie. God bless everybody. Jason and I will wrap up the week tomorrow.
Stop bitching. Do something.